You're listening to Bowl Game Radio with Bruce Binkowski and Mark Neville on San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
And welcome back, everybody, to our second segment here of Bowl Game Radio on the San Diego Bowl Game Media Network and the mighty 1090. And a reminder, Bowl Game Radio is brought to you in part by National University. Accommodate your busy schedule, your life, your university, National University. And MJE Marketing, creative, connected, and always curious. Visit mjemarketing.com.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter using @HolidayBowlGame or @Poinsettia and we're also now on Instagram. Look for us at SD Bowl Games. Now, this first half hour of the hour-long Bowl Game Radio, we're talking about the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl, Thursday, December the 26th at Qualcomm Stadium. Next half hour, the National University Holiday Bowl we'll be covering, talking to broadcasters from Texas Tech and Arizona State. But right now, we're going to be talking Northern Illinois Huskies football.
And we are very pleased to have joining us on the line the 30-year radio play-by-play voice of Northern Illinois University Huskies football, Bill Baker. Bill, welcome to the program. You're on with Mark Neville and Bruce Binkowski on Bowl Game Radio.
Gentlemen, how you doing?
Bill, I've been with the Holiday Bowl, Poinsettia Bowl, San Diego Bowl Game Association for 36 years. So
Hold it. You're just trying to one-up him right now.
You've got to be as old as me, or awful close.
I've been in Northern 34 years, actually.
34?
So just a couple of years behind you.
Wow, 34 years.
I'll tell you this. We thoroughly enjoyed our last trip out there, despite, the TCU 37-7 kind of one-sided deal there. But I know everybody looking forward to coming back to San Diego. By the way, I want you to know I'm looking out my window here in DeKalb. The temperature is -3 and the windshield is -14 right now.
We love hearing that. Bill, that is music to our ears.
We're all looking forward to getting out of town, believe me.
Well, the last time you were here in 2006 when you played TCU, you had a pretty dynamic player that came to town then in Garrett Wolf, your star running back. Well, now you got a pretty good one in Jordan Lynch. What do you think about him?
Indeed. Let me tell you, Northern's been blessed when it comes to 1,000-yard rushers, and the last couple of years it just happens to be a quarterback that has held that title. And Jordan Lynch, what a lot of people don't know about Jordan Lynch, guys, is the fact that coming out of high school, he's a product of Mount Carmel in Chicago. It's one of the Catholic League schools on the south side where they live and breathe football 365 days out of the year. And this kid, he ran the triple option in high school. And there were not a lot of colleges that were looking at him at the quarterback spot. The only people that really run the triple option anymore with any degree of regularity are the service academies, and he had no interest there. A lot of people wanted him as a defensive back. But there's a guy by the name of Jerry Kill, who was the head coach of Northern at the time. He's now the head coach at Minnesota. Invited him out to a quarterback camp. In fact, it was just a couple of weeks later, he came out. He was out there something like 7.5 hours. They offered him on the spot to be a quarterback, and he accepted it on the spot, and the rest is pretty much history. And to this day, I wonder how many different head coaches, quarterback coaches, offensive coordinators there are around the country that didn't want any part of this man playing quarterback for their college football team, that on a regular basis kind of kick themselves every Sunday morning when they pick up a newspaper or turn on ESPN and find out exactly what he's done the day before.
This is Bruce Binkowski along with Mark Neville. We're talking with Bill Baker, the voice of Northern Illinois football for 30 years. Bill, you gave us the weather report in DeKalb at 3 below, you said?
3 below, -13 on the wind chill.
All right. Today's high was 64, and it's currently 55 degrees. And very comfortable down here in San Diego. Just thought you'd like that.
55 degrees in San Diego. You guys must be running around in overcoats.
We're wearing our ski gear right now.
It is cold. I don't know how you guys do it. Let's talk about Northern Illinois. You're 12-0. You're in the championship game. You're one victory away from another appearance in the BCS. You lose, and now you're not in the BCS anymore. Coming to San Diego, what's the attitude of the team? What do you think is the attitude of the team coming to San Diego in a couple of weeks?
I've been around them a couple of times each of these last couple of days. We're in finals right now on campus. So once they got back from Detroit, it was very early, and like 5 a.m. Saturday morning, and everybody disperses. Saw some of them Sunday. Saw a few of them even Monday, and then again today as they kind of work back and forth out of the football offices going to and from finals. And then slowly but surely, it takes a while. We've got the 24-hour rule everybody talks about. You celebrate a win, you agonize over a setback for 24 hours. But I think this took a little bit longer. The finals week, I think, has kind of helped. But I see the bounce in their step right now, and there's a smile every now and again. They understand that there's another football game, and there are not too many clubs in the country that get a chance to finish a season, especially after a loss in a championship game, with a chance to come back and get some kind of a degree of redemption. And they do have that now in the Poinsettia Bowl. And I know they're looking forward to it. I mean, the chit-chat is there. And like I said before, the memories of how we were treated and just the overall scope of the experience back when we were there the last time it's prevalent among a lot of the people still attached to the program. So, they're coming around. And I think once finals are done and once practice kicks in, which I think is going to be this Saturday, then I think it's business as usual, and everybody's going to be happy and anxious to get on that airplane.
So we've talked a lot about Jordan Lynch, but we all know football is a team game. It takes a lot more than just one guy to make a team have a successful season. Tell us about another player or two that we might want to look out for on December 26th.
Lynch has had some help for the first time in history. Northern Illinois had not one but 2,000-yard rushers, and that kind of took some of the pressure off of Jordan Lynch. Cameron Stingley is one of the tailbacks, one of the running backs. In fact, they'll line him up at a fullback from time to time, but they used to, not so much anymore, though. But he rushed for just under 1,100 yards, and he's a guy that's going to get you 90, 100 yards a game on the average. Then you keep an eye on a speedster as a wideout. His name is Tommy Lee Lewis, and he's the leading receiver with 80 catches, something along those lines. Over the course of the season. But what really makes him special, what really makes him dangerous, guys, is they'll line him up as the outside receiver, and they'll put him in motion. We call it a jet sweep. I call it a wide around. And, he's going to cut right in front of the quarterback, about a third of a second after the snap of the football. And Lynch has got an option right there, and it's his option. He can, and what he reads on that play, and he'll either slip it right to the gut of Lewis, who's going to continue on and either make a cut or take it all the way around the outside and just sweep to the outside. He's had some productivity with that. Or Lynch is, going to get that shoulder fake after the fake of the handoff and then kind of angle off the way that Tommy Lee came. He's got the entire defense looking the opposite direction. So you certainly want to keep an eye on that young man, too.
We're speaking with Bill Baker, the voice of Northern Illinois football, and Northern Illinois will be taking on Utah State University in the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl Thursday, December the 26th at Qualcomm Stadium. Bill, tell us about Coach Rod Carey. He came in last year for the BCS game, and his first full year as coach, 12-1. What kind of coach is he?
Well, I tell you what, here's a guy, last year, what a climb. Last year, if you open a media guide, nobody has them anymore, but if you go online and look at the Northern Illinois media guide, you'd find Rod with maybe a third of a page worth of a picture and a mention and a bio tucked away back on page 29 or something as the offensive line coach. And then after game number 1, he is elevated to the offensive coordinator spot. So he's up a bunch of pages. And then by the end of the season, he's the head coach. He's got 3 pages of bio. He's just a real turnaround for this gentleman. He's kind of a soft-spoken guy in his own right. He's a no-nonsense guy on game day, but away from the game. And you don't get him away from the game all that often. But he'll sit back and, he'll commensurate with you, and he'll have a beverage with you and just sit and talk football. He loves to talk football. The one thing about Rod Carey, I think, is one of the biggest things that led to his being hired is that he has the respect of his players. Not just the offensive line where he began, but I think everybody on the offensive side. I think the defensive side has come onto him as well. When Dave Doran left, they wanted to keep the continuity that they had in the program. Doran, of course, left after the championship game last year and just ahead of the Orange Bowl experience. So they had to find somebody really quick to do that. And there were a couple of other people, I think, with a little more experience, years-wise anyway, in coaching football at the Division I level on the staff. But, the charisma was there, I think, in Rod Carey. Carey's been very blunt about it. He says, I like the Middle West. He's a Minnesota kid, played his football at Indiana in the late 70s, early 80s, I think it was. And so a Big Ten background there. And as he says, he likes Northern. He and his family have settled into DeKalb. And And, I mean, the verbiage right now is what you expect. There's really no place else I want to be. So it seemed like a right fit. So far, that's been borne out. And certainly in terms of wins and losses, it looks like NIU made the right move.
So looking ahead to the December 26th San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl, Utah State has a really good defense. What do you think it's going to take for Northern Illinois to come out on top on this one?
Well, it's going to have to be something pretty much different than what we did against Bowling Green, because it's like looking into a mirror when you look at the defensive quantities for Utah State. Bowling Green, their numbers were very similar to what we see here in the Aggies. I mean, their turnover ratio is a plus 11, and I think Bowling Green was a plus 13 with the Falcons. And you look at the fact that they do best on defense what we do best on offense. We run the football. They stop the run. I mean, and that was the same thing with Bowling Green. Now, we had some decent yardage against Bowling Green, 27 points, whatever it was. I put that game out of my mind completely. And I mean, it's over with. It's done with. We had our moments against Bowling Green. The problem with Bowling Green was stopping their offense. And you've got two defenses here that when you look at what they do to the opposition, both Northern and at Utah State, they both, I think, have 32 sacks on the year. Want to say Utah State has one fewer pass interception what Northern has. I think fumbles are recovered or dead even. And two very good defenses, even though we tend to give up a lot of yards. It's that bend but don't break thing. They've got a 1,000-yard rusher. Their quarterback situation is a little bit unsettled, as you well know, with Chucky Keaton out, and then Garrison and Harrison listed as the 1-2 for the championship game out of Fresno State. And how that's going to play out over the span of the next 2.5 weeks, everybody's going to have to wait and see. So it's a scary game, to be perfectly honest with you. It's a game they've had some outstanding contests. Hey, any club that, in my mind, that goes into Los Angeles and plays USC, and I don't care what kind of a year USC is having, you play them a 17-14 game at a loss, has caught my attention, and I know that's caught the attention of the Northern Illinois coaches as well.
Bill Baker, voice of Northern Illinois football. Thanks for joining us on Bowl Game Radio and giving us some insight on Northern Illinois. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Mark, Bruce, I appreciate it. When we come down, we're going to bring some of this 15, 20 degree weather with us to San Diego.
No. Keep it there. We're good. We're good.
All right, Bill. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Hope I get a chance to meet you when we get down there.
You will. All right, that's Bill Baker, the voice of Northern Illinois football. Quick stat before we take a break and start talking the next half hour about the National University Holiday Bowl. There are 5 teams. Ted Tollner referenced this earlier this hour. 5 teams have 13 or 12 or 13 wins. Florida State, 13-0. Auburn, 12-1. Michigan State, 12-1. Ohio State, 12-1. Northern Illinois, 12-1, and they're playing in the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl.
I am really looking forward to watching Jordan Lynch. I think that's a treat, for all of us here in San Diego that haven't gotten to watch him very much. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And a reminder, there is a great opportunity. If you're looking for Christmas presents, stocking stuffers, get the UT San Diego Family 4-pack for the bowl game. It's 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 hot dogs, and a game program for just $170.
Just call 619-285-5061 tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Call our ticket office or stop by Window B. That's Window B as in Binkowski at Qualcomm Stadium. I had to come up with something. Window B at Qualcomm Stadium, 9 to 5, and pick up your San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl tickets along with your National University Holiday Bowl tickets.
And, of course, you could always go to our website at poinsettiabowl.com. So when we come back, we are going to be talking a little bit about the National University Holiday Bowl. You're listening to Bowl Game Radio on the Mighty 1090.